So briefly, I want to speak on something real quick. I talked about the woman that was carried away in the wilderness, and basically she reached salvation or she reached safety, gathering up wings of an eagle. It was in Revelation, right? And Satan, or the serpent, tried to, with his mouth, carry away with a flood. And I gave you the revelation about the vision I had about Dana. We passed a stream of water. She jumped in the stream. She floated away. And I talked about, the woman who basically saved my life from something that was about to occur. And it took some other people in that, but I'm not really going to share that. But what I'm basically trying to say in all of this is sometimes God saved you from disaster even before you're heading into something in a storm, because yet your time has not come. So take that ingredients of what I'm saying. Let me reiterate something. The joy of the Lord is our strength. That's why he tries to steal it from us. I'm just saying that's living proof. You mad, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. You lost a foot soldier, huh? She or he was your greatest arsenal, right, huh? Put some authority on his name. Put some authority on his name. Really, part 3. You mad you lost him, huh? God blew them a kiss and winked, and they was hooked, huh? Guess what? I read the book, and at the end, we already won. The Bible says, and it declares that the woman that was carried away into the wilderness carried a baby and headed to the wilderness. Consider this. Your blessings are the blessings that she carried. The serpent tried to overtake her, right? He didn't try to overtake her. He tried to overtake the blessing that she carried. Catch that in the spirit. John the Revelator, after they boiled John, they placed him on the island. That's God showing him revelation. As I was talking to someone today, I was listening to them talk, and I said something. You must have been under R.J. Washington one time. She said, yes. Why do God give us revelation? Because what you might have gone through, the Lord will show you, or perhaps you don't experience death. What does that mean? You don't experience death, meaning some people will die from a lack of knowledge. Some will die of a lack of understanding. The Bible says, show yourself approved. So when the tempter comes to try to tempt you, you have a word in your mouth to overtake him trying to overtake you, right? Because I keep you to show you my very glory, right? I believe God showed him everything, plus having to remind him what you have seen with your eyes, and because you didn't deny me and stand your ground, even with my mother, I showed you the greater revelation, my secrets. Old verses versus the New Testament, greater revelation articulated. Here's the overview. Exodus 33:18. Moses asked to see God's glory. He is referring to God's full, unveiled presence, majestic. The character God tells Moses that no human can see his face and live. Instead, God hides Moses in the cliff of a rock and covers him with his hand. As God's glory passes, he allows Moses to see his backside. Here's another overview. Am I saying the same thing twice? Okay. Moses asked to see God's glory. He referring God's fully unveiled promises, majestic. The character God tells Moses that no human can see his face and live. Instead, God hides Moses in the cliff of a rock and covers him in his hand. God glory passes, allowing Moses to see only his back. The meaning of glory, according to the Bible Hub commentary, glory refers to God's ultimate goodness, holiness, and the radiation of the majestic of his character. What God showed him, God did not show Moses his face. Instead, God passes by proclaiming his name, revealing his mercies and grace and compassion. God then removed his hand so Moses could see his back. The result, the encounter was so powerful that when Moses returned to the Israelites, his face was radiant and the glowing from being in the divine presence of God. Okay, so this was the second part. Put some authority on his name. Put some authority on his name. God's name. Put some authority on his name.